Chronological Table of History of the Christian Church during the First 6 Centuries. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. History of the Christian Church during the First 6 Centuries by S. Cheetham. Chronological Table. B.C. 31 Augustus Emperor. B.C. 4 date questionable, birth of Jesus Christ. A.D. 14 Tiberius Emperor. 27 date questionable, the Lord begins his ministry. 30 date questionable, death, resurrection, and ascension of the Lord, the great day of Pentecost. 36 date questionable, the 7 appointed, death of St. Stephen, St. Philip at Samaria, Simon Magus, conversion of St. Paul. 42 date questionable, gospel preached to Gentiles at Antioch. St. Peter baptizes Cornelius. 44 Saints Paul and Barnabas in Antioch. 48 St. Paul in Asia Minor, Judaizers at Antioch. 50 Conference at Jerusalem. 51 through 58 St. Paul's journeys. 58 St. Paul at Jerusalem, imprisonment. 61 St. Paul at Rome. 63 Release of St. Paul and renewed activity. 64 Burning of Rome, Nero, Christians persecuted, death of St. James the Less, Bishop of Jerusalem, St. John at Ephesus. 68 date questionable, death of St. Peter and St. Paul. 70 Jerusalem captured and destroyed by Titus, Ebionite community at Pella. 81 Domitian Emperor, St. John in Patmos questionable, teaching of Cerinthus. Circa 90 Apollonius of Tyana. Circa 95 Epistle of Clement of Rome. 98 Trajan Emperor, death of St. John questionable. 101 date questionable, Book of Elchazai. 107 to 117 Deaths of Simeon of Jerusalem and Ignatius of Antioch. 111 Christians in Bithynia, Trajan's rescript. 117 Hadrian Emperor, edict against Christian baiting. The Gnostics, Basilides and Saturninus teach. 130 date questionable, Apologies of Quadratus and Aristides, Montanus teaches. 138 Antoninus Pius Emperor. 145 date questionable, Hermas, pastor. 147 date questionable, Justin Martyr's apologies. 148 date questionable, martyrdom of Justin Martyr. Circa 150 Marcion at Rome. Circa 175 Praxias teaches. Circa 177 Apologies of Athenagoras and Melito. 178 Irenaeus bishop of Lyons. Circa 180 Apologies of Theophilus and Minucius Felix. Hegesippus writes. Circa 190 Tertullian ordained presbyter. 193 Septimus Severus emperor. Circa 198 Tertullian's apology. Circa 200 Noetus teaches. Circa 202 Irenaeus dies, Clement head of Alexandrian school. 203 Severe persecution in Alexandria and North Africa. Origen, aged 18, begins to teach in Alexandria. Circa 210 Caius the Roman presbyter writes. Circa 215 Sabellius teaches. 218 Callistus bishop of Rome, question of heretical baptism arises. Circa 220 Hippolytus writes. Circa 238 Mani, Manichaeus, begins to teach. 246 Dionysius bishop of Alexandria. 248 Cyprian bishop of Carthage. Circa 249. Origen writes against Celsus. 249. Decius emperor. Circa 250. Besides the higher orders, subdeacons, acolyths, exorcists, readers, and doorkeepers are found. 250. Edict against Christians. Severe persecution. Controversy as to the "lapsed." Schism of Felicissimus and Novatus at Carthage. 251. Schism of Novatianus at Rome. 253. Valerian emperor. Persecution. 254. Origen dies. 256. Council at Carthage. 258-9. Death of Saint Cyprian and Saint Lawrence. 260. Paul of Samosata teaches. Circa 270. Gregory Thaumaturgus dies. Saint Anthony becomes a hermit. 277. Mani put to death. Circa 280. Porphyry writes against Christianity. 284. Diocletian emperor. 19 years' peace. Circa 290. Dorotheus and Lucian at Antioch. 302. Gregory the Illuminator bishop in Armenia. 303. 3 edicts against Christians, Diocletian reluctant. 304. Fourth and more severe edict. Circa 304-8. Lactantius writes. 305. Diocletian and Maximian abdicate. Galerius carries on the persecution. Arnobius writes. 306. Meletian schism. 311. Edict of Toleration. Schism at Carthage. 312. Battle of the Milvian Bridge. Constantine master of the Western Empire. 313. Constantine and Licinius issue the Edict of Milan. 314-321. Measures of Constantine favoring the Church. 314. Synod of Arles decides against Carthaginian schismatics. 315. Donatus schismatical bishop of Carthage. 316. Donatists appeal to Constantine. Circa 320. Arius teaches at Alexandria that the Son of God is not coeternal with the Father. 323. Constantine overcomes Licinius and becomes sole emperor. 325. Foundation of New Rome, afterwards called Constantinople. Constantine summons the First Ecumenical Council at Nicaea. Creed adopted asserting the coeternity and consubstantiality of the Son with the Father. An Arian party formed. Pachomius founds Egyptian monasticism. 326. Helena in Palestine. 327. Frumentius converts the Ethiopians. 328. Athanasius bishop of Alexandria. 330. Dedication of New Rome. 335. Athanasius deposed by the Synod of Tyre. Cenobium at Tabenna. 336. Athanasius exiled. Marcellus of Ancyra deposed from his see. Death of Arius. Julius becomes pope. 337. Death of Constantine. Constans, emperor of the West, and Constantius, emperor of the East, favor Arianism. Donatist outrages in Africa. 340. Rise of the Audians. 341. A council at Antioch decrees the deposition of Athanasius and draws up 4 formularies of faith. Monasticism becomes known in Rome and is introduced into Syria and Palestine by Hilarion. 343. Persecution of Christians in Persia by Sapor II. Ulfilas, the apostle of the Goths, made bishop. 344, date questionable. Councils of Sardica and Philippopolis. The former acquits, the latter condemns Athanasius. 345. Council at Antioch. The Prolix Exposition. Photinus condemned. 346. Athanasius returns to Alexandria. 348. Paulus and Macarius, imperial commissioners, attempt to restore peace in Africa. Donatus exiled.